So to return us to the earlier discussion of knowledge and post-secularity, love is not only the highest form of relationship, the form that is apropos of what it is to be a person knowing another person, but we can say that it is the highest form of knowledge, and even that it is beyond knowledge as we conceive of it in terms of empirical observation or rationality. The great Romanian theologian Dumitru Stăniloae wrote that the only true way to know a person is to love them, and that the human personality reveals itself in proportion as it is loved. If we pressure and coerce a person to know them in an exploitative or voyeuristic way, they resist us even if they mean to reveal themselves. In a similar vein, the great romantic poet William Wordsworth came to believe that dragging all passions, notions, shapes of faith like culprits to the bar during the uproar of the French Revolution had led him nearly to yield up the very possibility of goodness in despair, and that it was only by learning, after all that horrific suffering and violence, by learning to look again at the world in the spirit of love, could he come to see others and even the material world rightly or truthfully. For me, Stăniloae's and Wordsworth's understanding of love and knowledge seems profoundly right. To look at a human being or anything else in the created world in a purely clinical way without wonder or awe or appreciation would seem to me diminished or short-sighted. It also indicates that, in something that seems true to me, that our life in finite time and space is a journey and a process. At every moment, enormously particular and unique to each of us, because it takes place always in the paradoxical context of finitude seeking and encountering infinity, and of infinity seeking and encountering or intersecting with finite beings. God seeking us in spite of our wandering away, we call grace. And on our human end, grace enables the rejuvenation of our freedom. It entails an ongoing process of us reaching towards this love, a perpetual reorientation towards God and God's infinite amour fou that the Christian Gospels and epistles call, in Greek, metanoia. Metanoia is the core of the spiritual journey and spiritual exercise as Christians understand it. Metanoia, usually translated repentance, is more accurately translated as change of heart and mind, the change of our nous, the center of our being. It is in turning away again and again in freedom from everything that is not life, deathliness, sin, violence, and the egocentrism that is at the root of it all, and towards what is life and life-giving, love and care and relationship with God and others. This is the exercise, the process of the journey of our freedom in time. This Christian conception of spirituality with metanoia at its heart resonates with me with the nature of what it really is to be human. It honors our capacity to grow toward the infinity of God's love like an asymptote towards a limit. And it honors our freedom, our love of struggle and athletic training, if you will, running and racing towards that limit, even when we are not able to reach it. The Christian idea of metanoia, in other words, honors the truth of the ultimate reality being personal, love, and relation among beings who truly enjoy communion with each other and who nonetheless retain their unique and personal identities.